Mags, a second win of the week for you today and on home turf as well, but what's your immediate sort of reaction to that?
Very proud of the performance. Was pleased with the control and the patience that they showed. I think we could have been 2-3 up before the goal went in. So I was really pleased, like I said, with the control and that we were able to, after the first half was more attritional. We didn't create a hell of a lot of opportunities. I felt we got into great areas down the sides and particularly down the left-hand side with Brandon. Some lovely combination play, but we just couldn't find that man to connect with it inside the box. So, but I could see that we were working them and they were getting tired. And the message at half time was just to be consistent with our detail and be relentless, really. And we got our rewards in the end.
Yeah, I mean, what really changed from your point of view in the second half in terms of, obviously you mentioned that the first half got into some good areas, but second half was a lot more, felt like you kind of had Solihull pinned back in and around their box for quite a lot of the half.
I think it was just because we had worked them in the first half, they got tired. You know, the spaces opened up. We were, like I said, relentless with our detail in terms of the quality of the pass and the speed of the passing. And then when the spaces open up, if the pass is good and the movement's right, then you're going to get opportunities. So credit to the defensive boys as well. That's a second clean sheet in a row, which I'm delighted about. I felt like we were so good in possession that allowed us to be really structured out of possession as well. So when the ball was breaking, we had our midfield boys counter-pressing with great energy, and then we had our defensive lads in good position. Any balls over the top, they swept it up really nicely. So it was a really satisfying performance. Yeah, I would have liked to have been a little bit more comfortable in the game in terms of taking a lead earlier, but you know, you're going to get games like that. Solihull are a very, very good side. They're notorious for being very well organised, and I think towards the end of the game, like I said, they were out on the feet. So from our point of view, to reduce a team like Solihull to that sort of state was very pleasing.
Yeah, and you mentioned the clean sheet as well. Obviously, as well, you said that the second of this week, and with a slight change to the back three as well. The Tinks coming back in. Obviously, Ben shifting out to the side. I mean, it looked like Ben was in the wars a bit in the second half. But how pleasing is that to get, obviously, like you say, those 2 clean sheets in a row, and obviously the 3 points to back it up as well.
Yeah, it's not nice when you rotate after such a great defensive performance at Sutton, but this was a different type of game. I wanted to go with a little bit more control in possession. Tinks obviously brings that. Had to have a difficult conversation with Big John. I thought he was absolutely outstanding at Sutton, but we felt like the team that we picked was going to give us more control in possession. We were going to be able to penetrate more and get higher up the pitch with our patterns of play, and that's pretty much what happened. But the boys' reactions where I did rotate have been first class, and we've got to try and keep that and harness that, and they've all got to be supportive of each other even when they're out the team. I know how difficult it can be, but you know, we've got a great group there, and we need to make sure that they all stay supportive of each other, and when they are required, they put in the performances like John did the other night, and then like Tinks did today.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned on Wednesday in terms of not really being able to get too much detail into the boys yet, but I suppose when they've gone out there and got 6 points this week and kept 2 clean sheets as well, I suppose signs are only going to be positive for you going forward when you've got a free week next week as well. Yeah,
in terms of getting out on the grass, it's been tough because I've had to manage the load of the players, so you can't get the information into them in terms of training sessions. You have to look after them physically, so a lot of the work has been video analysis, and you just hope that they have the IQ to take it on board visually from what they see. And the evidence of that performance is that they've done that. You know, they've watched the video analysis, they've listened to the information that we've given them, and they've carried it out to a real high level there. So that's really pleasing, and it tells me something about the group, that going forward when the fixture list is heavy, that we don't necessarily need to have them out on pitch flogging them with patterns of playing, or we can show them on the video analysis and they'll take that on board.